Hi guys, so today I wanted to first start this channel. My name is Madison and I just want to kind of show my process through creating the pieces of art that I make. I've been working on this guy for a while, not too much hours on it actually. The time has been split up between this one and another one that I'll show in a second. And the other one's finished, this one is not. And this one, it has like a couple new things that I haven't done before in it because first, these guys here and the face of her, I didn't use any reference for it, so I've never made people without a reference. I make the backgrounds without references sometimes, like objects I can do without a reference, but full people is a little outside my comfort zone, and I've been working through that difficulty with this one, and I've struggled, but I'm gonna show you and explain a little bit of how I've gotten through it. I found that glare is a little bit impossible to get through while working on this one, so the window is shut right now. Blind shut. It's my Christmas tree. Blinds are shut, so it looks a little darker than it does, like with the blinds open, but I recently painted some areas today, so the glare is just too bad in those certain spots. But anyways, this back of this woman, I did have a reference for her, so that's why the anatomy is pretty good. I used my own back, actually. Please ignore these spots. But yeah, these two guys over here, there's no reference, and I'm working through how to construct the face with no reference and no prior planning, I guess, besides one sketch that I had made. This one is like looking towards the side, so it's a lot easier, but this hand I made without a reference. I was gonna make a cigarette and realized this position isn't really proper for holding a cigarette, a little bit abnormal. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this and just make it more like pensive. But anyways, that's what comes with lack of planning and lack of reference, very unusual positions that your brain thinks is correct. But I'm happy with the woman's back right now. I'm happy with her face, and I love these like fingers like kind of like digging into her face. But these side characters, I'm a little anxious about how there's no way to know how right they are because there is no like correct version of them that I can look at, which is kind of frustrating. There's nothing to like compare it to. So it's just really working with the values and trying to make a face that feels right, I guess. And so it's been a struggle, let me say. It's been a struggle. Also, with this being like more of a compilation of random things, I don't have like a background to work from, and I don't really want this to be like a very like monotone or abstract background. I want it to feel like a setting. It doesn't have to be like a very clear like these are objects, I want it to be, of course, like in the distance and not in the foreground, and I want there to be a clear separation with how like developed the front is compared to the back. However, I do want like a sense of them being in a bar or a restaurant. So I'm really trying to decide what kind of colors I want, how to portray that they're in a restaurant or a bar without being overly detailed. So yeah, it's a struggle, but I think once I decide, it will be pretty easy to like implement it in, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me show you the one that I worked on simultaneously to this one. I keep finding myself comparing though the value structure on my dad's face per se versus on the new painting that I'm working on. I'm trying to introduce that while still keeping the lighting of the room that I'm inventing intact across the painting. Like this guy's face should be in shadow since the light's coming from this way, but him not having the strong values in his face is like bothering me when I look at work like this. So yeah, it's just a learning process, and I hope it turns out right once the background is in and this side's darker and this side's lighter. It should balance itself out, hopefully. And let me show you one more piece that I finished last month. Again, I keep comparing the faces, and this one where I used the reference and was able to get as exact as possible while like changed his facial expression. His eyes were actually shut and I opened them and made him looking towards me. But still I had the reference for the coloring and the lighting and how I love the way those highlights pop. When in my one I don't have that reference and I can't be as exact, and I just have been comparing a little bit, but hopefully that comparison will help me improve the piece. We'll put the background in, try to work on those edges as I'm putting them in, and we'll go from there. There's that.